Hello and welcome here at Meadowcreek High School as we get ready for more UPSL Georgia Premier Division action. Here in the South Division of the Georgia Premier, LSA Norcross Pro hosting Georgia Revolution, who will travel in good form. 2 wins in the last 2 matches. Looking to continue that form here against LSA Norcross Pro, who sit at the bottom of the table and have yet to pick up any points this season. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. We'll start with the home team, LSA Norcross Pro. They've got Benjamin Villatoro, Fernando Ventura, Eric Alejandro, Enzo Osorio, Carlos Riano, Kevin Contreras, Giovanni Villagomez, Kevin Mejia, Santiago Aguirre, Daniel Ortiz, and Joel Martinez. And for the away side, Georgia Revolution, they will start with Casey Lauderdale in goal, Christian Corona, Tiago Kettleman, Raymond Elaine, and Alike Scarrett will make up the back line. In the midfield, Casey Newman, Jermaine Hugh, and Ricardo Martinez. And up top will be Elaine Scarrett, Martin Salcedo, and Matthew Rose. So the team's finishing up the warm-ups, getting ready to come to walk out. But first, the referees will check the game balls, checking to make sure that they're properly inflated. Georgia Revolution heading back to the locker room to change their jerseys, and we'll be back shortly for the kickoff. Before we do that, we'll look at where these two teams stand. As we mentioned, Georgia Revolution coming into this game in good form. They did not play last weekend on Easter weekend. The weekend before that, they beat Augusta Arsenal in their first home game, a 2-0 win there. And besides that, they have a 3-1 loss to FC Columbus Elite on the road in the first week. So they did not play the second week. They had a bye. So they've actually only have 2 games played, 1 win and 1 loss coming into week 5. So they'll have most likely a pretty congested schedule near the end of the season to make up all of those weeks. But they come into the game sitting in 6th place with the fewest number of games played alongside UMA. And LSA Norcross Pro, who also only had 2 games. They come into this one losing 4-0 to Kalanji Pro Profile at home. And then 2 weekends ago, they traveled down to Columbus Elite and lost 5-2. So both of these teams picking up defeats against FC Columbus Elite. That's the only opponent that they have in common so far. Now meeting for the first time this season, but not meeting for the first time, although the name of the teams may seem a little bit familiar. The players on the actual field will be slightly different, but this was a playoff match last season in the Zone 1 playoff. Zone 1 being Georgia Revolution from Zone 1, finishing 3rd. They took on the 2nd place from Zone 2, which was LSA Norcross Pro. That game was an exciting one, played here at Meadowcreek Stadium, went all the way to penalty kicks, where Georgia Revolution eventually came up on top. Then they went on to defeat Pachuca, Georgia, made it all the way to the playoff final, where they just fell short against Kalanji Pro Profile. However, as we mentioned, a little bit deceiving because this LSA Norcross Pro is not the same team that they faced last season, although they have the same name. They have split up into 2 clubs under the LSA umbrella. And now they have 2 separate teams competing in the Premier Division. LSA Mustangs rebranded to match the branding of Meadowcreek High School over here, Meadowcreek Stadium, home of the Mustangs, as you can see on the field in front of you. So LSA Mustangs, which will have inherited the majority of the LSA Norcross Pro team from last season that went on that playoff run. Hence why the performances and the results for this LSA Norcross Pro has not been the same as it was last season. So this is really more of the LSA Norcross Pro 2 team that played in the Division 1 last season. They ended up winning the South Division in Division 1, went to the championship game, and fell short in extra time to Atletico Buford's second team. So not a team that is outside of the level. They went all the way very far in Division 1 last season, now getting their first opportunity in the Premier Division, and starting with a difficult opponent today, but still yet to pick up any points. So let's see. They've got a pretty good crowd here today, and just waiting for the Georgia Revolution team to come from the locker room. They're heading in now. As you can see here, there they come in the white and red stripes as we're used to seeing them. Familiar opponents in the Premier Division after moving from other leagues around the state, moving into the UPSL as a part of their development, a year-round competition. They previously played in the NPSL, which was only a summer league, which is why they actually moved into the UPSL to allow for that year-round competition. So if you're just joining us, we're just moments away from kickoff. The team's about to take the field. We went through the starting 11 of both teams. We'll bring you more details as the game goes. We've got full rosters for both sides. A couple of players missing numbers on the rosters we were given, so we'll try to figure out who they are as the game goes. But welcome to the CMR Broadcasting YouTube channel. Not too many games here in recent seasons, but hopefully we will be able to bring you more as time goes on. We're here at Meadowcreek Stadium, and we're ready for the teams to walk out for this UPSL Premier match. And just looking at the two teams side by side, you can definitely see a bit of seniority over the Georgia Revolution. Much older, bigger looking, more experienced. This young LSA side, let's see what they can do to try to get their first points of the season. We know that Coach Josue Galdamez Mochila has done a great job with this program here in Norcross, Georgia, with LSA, formerly Limeño, Georgia, now under the LSA umbrella, branching out. 2 teams in the Premier Division, 2 teams in Division 1, 2 different brandings, LSA Mustangs, LSA Norcross Pro. Lots of opportunities for young players in the area. Opportunities for both teams to move up the table today. A win for Georgia Revolution would move them into 4th place into a playoff position. A win for Norcross would move them out of the relegation spot and up to 6th place. They've got a -7 goal difference, Georgia Revolution with a 0 goal difference. But the first tiebreaker in this division is head-to-head, so a win today for LSA would put them equal on points with Georgia Revolution, but with the head-to-head advantage, they would go ahead for the time being. And again, these are two teams with the fewest number of games played in the division. So they've got a lot of ground to make up early in the season. The positions may not mean too much at this point. But as the number of games start to even out between the teams in the division, we'll start to see more of the playoff picture and the relegation picture closer to the end of the season. So the teams will switch sides. LSA will be defending the left side of the screen, Revolution on the right side. The final huddle, final words of encouragement and motivation before this early of the season clash with a lot at stake down the road. Again, two teams that met in the playoffs last season, but we did mention that the LSA Norcross Pro roster is not the same team that played under that name last season. Most of those players have moved to play under LSA Mustangs in the North Division. Georgia Revolution with a very familiar squad as well. A lot of returning players in their roster, but they do have a new head coach in Eric Diaz taking over. Was an assistant coach previously, taking over for Alec Morrison, who was the head coach for a couple of seasons. Now Eric Diaz, with a rough start with a loss in the first opening weekend, came back to win their first home game and now trying to build on that momentum. Here we go. Teams finally taking their positions. Moments from kickoff. Referees getting the final checks. Making sure the number of players on the field are correct. Nice, warm 80 degrees weather here at kickoff. We'll expect those temperatures to drop as the game goes on, as the sun goes down. For now, the mostly shaded field is covered and the ball is rolling. We're underway. LSA immediately putting the ball into the dangerous areas of Georgia Revolution. Going forward onto the attack, into the corner. We lose them just for a second there, the way the field is laid out. And Georgia Revolution win it back. Here they come the other way, immediately to the front as well. There's Salcedo, the all-time scorer for Revolution. And it's Alejandre who gets it back to the goalkeeper, Villatoro. Contreras there in the midfield. Back to Villatoro. Looking to send it out of the dangerous area as Georgia Revolution starts to inch their way forward. They managed to win a throw-in the other half, so they've evaded the danger. But it's going to be interesting to see, as we mentioned, just looking at the two teams, Georgia Revolution appear to be much older and physically stronger. But we know the work that Mochila has this LSA Norcross Pro team doing that's going to help them to compete in pretty much any game. They've had two very difficult opponents so far in Kalanji Pro Profile and FC Columbus Elite. Georgia Revolution is not much easier based on their recent history. Ball put back into play. Here's Jermaine Hugh, the Jamaican international. Gets it out wide to Scarrett. Scarrett inside the box, cutting back on the front post. It's off the post. I think Villatoro got a touch to it. That was an incredible save. And Hugh on the second attempt, and that one's in. What a golazo there by Jermaine Hugh to open the scoring early on in this match. Georgia Revolution with an early lead. It comes from their most experienced player, Jermaine Hugh, with many seasons in the has played in the MLS, many seasons with the Jamaican national team, and Georgia Revolution with the early lead. They were back-to-back there. On the dangerous chances, we'll see it right here. That first shot from a tight angle, Scarrett. Villatoro did well to push it up against the post. And then on the clearance, it falls to Jermaine Hugh with the left-footed shot into that top corner. Nothing that Villatoro could have done about that second one. And now we're already less than 3 minutes into the game. A 1-0 lead for Georgia Revolution, and LSA find themselves behind once again. Here is Hugh. Goes back to Elaine, connecting with Kittleman. Kittleman sending it down the field. It was helped on its way by Salcedo, but him being the number 9, nobody had made the run behind him. So it goes easily back to the LSA Norcross defense. Here's Contreras, apologies. We're getting the lineup still figured out completely here. Here's Mejia. Pressure on him, forced to go back. Good ball movement now. The captain Osorio connecting with Contreras. But finding difficulty to find the gaps in between so far, Georgia Revolution. They've had to go long. Here's Ventura. Villagomez coming back, and again, LSA having no other options but just moving the ball around the back line. Now they go long, looking for the option. They were looking for Aguirre here on the near side. Back in possession. This time they try to go through the middle. It's picked out by Rose. Matthew Rose going with the distance. It's too wide of the goal. Didn't test the goalkeeper that time. Here's Mejia. Back to Villatoro. Short to Alejandre. Georgia Revolution happy to allow LSA to move the ball along their back line. Saw from that last chance. As soon as they go in the midfield, that's when the Georgia Revolution pounce. Here they come again. They win that one again. This time won by Martinez. Playing it in behind, looking for Salcedo. Alejandre was there first, and Villatoros clears off of his feet. But once again, Revolution win it back in the midfield. That time they can't connect. Osorio gets it wide. There was Martinez, Joel Martinez, trying to get involved. That was Alain Scarrett. He's back up on his feet, winning it back. Martin Salcedo helping out. Back to Corona. Corona sees the gap and goes himself. Martinez tries the flick to get it to him. LSA win it back immediately under pressure. Can they find the outlet? Here they come. They do find Ventura here on the near side. He's going direct, looking for Martinez. Finds the feet of Martinez. Can't turn, as I believe that's Kittleman who stepped in to stop the attack. And ball forward by Corona, blocked, and now plays it back to Riano. Immediately gives it right back to Newman for Revolution. Casey Newman wide to Alain Scarrett. We've got Alain Scarrett playing on that far side, and we've got Alike Scarrett here on the near side for Georgia Revolution. Again, two very familiar names for the Georgia Revolution faithful. Been many seasons with them. Couple of players from Georgia Revolution missing in this roster that we've been used to seeing, like Gustavo Atencio and Lennox Dixon. They're not in this match. I believe the latter might have been picked up a red card in the last match, or maybe one of the matches before. Ball into the box. Oh, and what a shot there from LSA Norcross Pro, and they respond. It's Daniel Ortiz going there in the corner off the screen, but he's the one who had the goal. A volley from the edge of the box in this game. 2 golazos to start us early in this match. Let's look at it again. It's just there in the corner. They finally were able to really get some control in the front. They put the cross in. Elaine doesn't deal with it well, and wow, what a hit there from Daniel Ortiz to get this game back level right away. 7 minutes in, 1-1. LSA were struggling to get forward. They finally were able to get into that corner. Georgia Revolution was not expecting the numbers around the edge of the box. It was Raymond Elaine who cut out the cross, but his clearance went directly to Daniel Ortiz, and no one around him decided to hit it first time. Really nothing that Casey Lauderdale in the goal of Georgia Revolution could have done, and they respond with their own amazing shot. So 2 golazos to open this game. And now LSA with a little bit of confidence, starting to connect a little bit better. They showed the patience in the back line. Georgia Revolution allowed them to play back there, was pouncing on everything in the midfield. But LSA found a way to get forward either way. And that's one thing that we've seen over the years with Jose Galdamez and his teams, is that they don't always play the best soccer. They don't always dominate games, but they always find a way to compete. Now, they still have about 80 minutes to go, and we'll see which team is able to pull away. Nice turn there. Tried to play it forward. Kittleman with the back heel misplaced, and then eventually clears it out, but it's only as far as Riano. Riano puts a cross in, this time headed away by Elaine. Martinez picks it up. Gets around Ventura, but runs out of space. And here on this field, it's kind of hard to see, but it's the light blue line is going to be the touch line on the near side and far side. It's a lot of lines there, but it's the light blue one, I believe. Maybe it's actually it might actually be the black one. So apologies if we got that one wrong. One back there by Alejandre, the center back, stepping forward into the midfield to help out. Osorio, the captain. Back to Alejandre. Osorio. To Riano, a mistouch there. Jermaine Hugh there to win it back. Here's Martin Salcedo. Goes with the left-footed shot. Not enough on it. Easy for Villatoro there. Now Ventura with a lot of space to carry forward. Here's Aguirre. Tripped up, a free kick. Alejandre to take. Looking for options in the box. Goes to the feet. Shot there. It's going to be easily rolling out for a goal kick. Playing out short. What can Georgia Revolution do? They've really allowed LSA to really have the bulk of the possession, and they're just looking to pounce on those balls. But with the ball, they haven't done too much so far. They've mostly gone direct. Here's Martinez connecting with Rose. Here's Salcedo now looking for the out switch and giving right back to LSA. Villatoro Contreras in the midfield, getting them mixed up with Villa Gomez a bunch of times. So apologies for that. A free kick here as Joel Martinez was trying to turn. It looks like Raymond Elaine from Georgia Revolution just had a little bit of his shirt. The referee caught it and decided to give the free kick. Played short. Mejia puts it into the box. Elaine doesn't deal with it, and now we'll get the first corner of the match. And one thing with the way the stadium is set up here, it's going to be hard to see what happens in those corners. We don't have another camera angle, unfortunately, today. So we're going to have to just wait for the ball to come back in to play. But from the corner, we'll see what happens. It does come in now. It's headed away. I believe that was Kittleman who got to it. One back by Osorio, looking on the far side for, I believe that was Riano. Sorry if we're getting the names mixed up here. It's a little bit difficult to see the numbers at times. There's Ventura. Trying to go through the midfield. Eventually gets it to his teammate. looking to go forward. A LSA player down. No call, and then they pick up the loose ball, and now still trying to go forward. Another player down, nothing given again. Martinez picks it up in the midfield, gets around the first pressure. Play will be stopped now for the player down. It's Daniel Ortiz, the goal scorer, who was the one who there. It looked like as he was trying to cut around, I believe it was Kittleman, just lost his footing and might have taken a bit of a knock. Wasn't a foul. Referee didn't call a foul. Play continued. So entertaining match so far. 2 amazing goals. If you're just joining us, we'll try to find a time to look at both of them again because they were that good. 2 goal of the week contenders for sure. Level here after a quarter of an hour. Both sides trying to make some movement up the table. 2 programs in Georgia Revolution and LSA Norcross that are used to being in the top of the table positions, used to being in playoffs over multiple seasons. So both teams will want to start getting some good form going. Here's Hugh. Finds, I believe that's Corona. LSA gets it back underway. Here's Osorio. Looking to go long to Ortiz. He gets his head to it. It's Martinez for LSA, putting the pressure on. Eventually shielded out by Kittleman in the corner. And now LSA getting numbers forward to try to trap Georgia Revolution there. A heavy challenge there on the back of the goal scorer, Jermaine Hugh. And now Georgia Revolution with a free kick. They get their numbers forward. Their back line will be the one to take it. Kittleman plays it short to Elaine. Thought about sending the ball forward, decides to go short to Kittleman instead. Now the ball comes in. It finds Rose, picked up by Salcedo, right at the edge of the box, plays it back to Scarrett. Alike Scarrett trying to go into the box. LSA strong defensively. Martinez, Ricardo Martinez to Salcedo. Nice play there to find Hugh, who made the run centrally. Now back out to Scarrett. At the edge of the box, looking for options to cross. Now Hugh there to help out. Finds Salcedo on the back post. The shot's blocked, but the flag will come up for offside. I believe it was Salcedo who had just ventured into an offside position as the cross was coming in. Yep, you can see there he was in an offside position coming back by the time the cross came in. LSA from the free kick, sending it down the field. Can't get through that time. That was Villagomez who tried to go through. But Georgia Revolution been strong in the midfield so far. making it difficult for this LSA team. They've mostly found success with the long balls and then trying to force Georgia Revolution into their own defensive third. Hugh connects with Newman. Newman can't get through that time. Here's a chance for LSA to go the other way. It's a 1 versus 4 though, and Elaine strong to get his body in the way. Here's Alika Scarrett looking to go direct himself. He's looking for his brother, his twin brother. Oh, a slip up there. Nice move there. Oh, it was Alejandre from the center back position. He did well to find the gap, and then the final pass picked out. Referee wanting to get involved in the game, intercepting the pass. He'll give it back to Revolution though. Ball in the midfield, Villagomez comes away with it. Finding Mejia. Mejia with pressure on his back. Does well to evade a miscontrol when keeps it in their possession. The switch out here to Ventura. Heavy touch with the chest. Matthew Rose back to help defend. And eventually poked out by the LSA player. Rose and Scarrett connecting, but then it's taken off of them by Aguirre. He goes down, nothing given. Play continues. Rose with it, trying to find the gap. Runs into the defense, and LSA almost win it back. Now they do get it on the far side is Daniel Ortiz, but he can't keep it in play. Georgia Revolution throw. Referee not happy with the placement of the throw. They retake it. Go backwards instead. Here's a lane. Kittleman. Trying to find Salcedo. Doesn't challenge for it. Now Contreras. Back to Villagomez. Can't find the option to go forward, so it goes back to Alejandro instead. There's Riano. Osorio back to Villatoro. Now Alejandro. He's done well as a more aggressive center back, you could say, of the two. He likes to go into the midfield, both to pressure and to dribble the ball. Osorio, the captain, being a bit deeper, playing from a more deeper role, getting a better view. Here goes Alejandro again with a nice feint, but then his ball forward falls straight to the feet of Alike Scarrett, who can't keep it in play. It's a bit of a stalemate for the last 15 minutes or so. We had 2 goals in the first 7 minutes and 2 incredible goals. A couple of off-target shots in between. But no team really opening up this game or taking many risks right now. They're trying to find the gaps. Contreras playing back to Osorio. He wants to get it over to Alejandro. Alejandro, who's going to be a little bit more creative on the ball. Goes to Villagomez. Back to Osorio. And back to Alejandro. Now he goes for the direct pass. Scarrett picks it out. Falls to the feet of Rose. And trying to turn on the pressure, he ends up putting it right back out of play. Aguirre to take. Tries to play to the feet of Mejia, just bounces over his foot. Georgia Revolution can't get it under control. There goes Ortiz. Ortiz at the edge of the box, cross blocked by Corona. Now he'll shield it out for a corner kick. Can definitely start to see some of the standout players on this game so far. On the LSA side, Alejandre, the right-sided center back, really helping to move that ball forward. Ortiz, the goal scorer, really helping to get into dangerous positions. And the midfield has been solid all around in possession. This time the cross comes in, Newman wins it. It's always going to be difficult on those crosses. Georgia Revolution with a big height advantage. Flag stays down as that ball comes in. The ball into the box, picked out by Kittleman. Hugh there to pick it out. Martinez under pressure, surrounded by blue shirts, but finds Corona on the far side. Under pressure, forced to go back to Kittleman. Now Newman. Scarrett. Looking for the direct pass to Salcedo. He gets his foot to it. Somehow it falls to Scarrett, who swaps sides with Rose, but good defensive work there from the LSA player to get back and cover there. That was a chance for Revolution. Corona on the far side coming back to keep that one in play. Sends it down the field, looking for Jermaine Hugh, who heads it to the space. Nobody there for Revolution. Now the game's pretty open. It's Mejia. Trying to find Aguirre on the far side. Comes off the foot of Kittleman. And now Aguirre picks it up. That's actually... That was actually Alejandre up there. So... a bit of a, with that corner kick that happened a few minutes ago, the positions got all mixed up for the LSA and even for Georgia Revolution. Players all over the field. Now game settling down. Hugh the one slowing it down. There's Corona. Forward to Salcedo. Looking for an option. Only sees blue shirts. He has to go back. It's Newman. Finds Corona. Continuing his run, but the pass to him was just a bit too heavy, and LSA will be able to get it out for a goal kick. Played short to Villatoro, taking their time to look at the options that they have. They go to Mejia in the middle. He's under pressure. Pokes it back to Osorio. Keeps it in play just at the goal line. Revolution not really pouncing on that mistake there. So LSA able to recover from it. And now Villatoro looking for the long switch here to Ventura on the near side. Good turn from Ventura. Finds Mejia in the middle. Out to Villa Gomez, I believe. Looking wide to Riano. At the edge of the box, trying to get into a dangerous position. Cleared off of his own teammate. And now cleared back to LSA. Here's Mejia. Mejia trying to find his way through. Nearly does, but Georgia Revolution thought they found the outlet, and then turns out the outlet was outside of the field. Here's Osorio. Contreras. Back to Osorio. Now Villa Gomez. Great movement from the young LSA Norcross side in that midfield. Constant rotation between Contreras, Villa Gomez, and Mejia. They're moving all over the pitch, covering up so much ground in possession. The long switch finds Ventura, heads into the box. It's Aguirre there. He allows it to Ventura, but Kittleman too strong and ends up pulling that one out himself. Still Kittleman. And somehow Tiago Kittleman's found himself as the highest player of the field. No one in front of him. And he couldn't go much further, but he tried. Didn't have any support. And as LSA tried to go the other way, it's Joel Martinez bringing down Raymond Delane. You can hear the crowd starting to get a bit more vocal in this game. Kittleman all the way back now to take the free kick after that full field run that he just had. For our center back to make that kind of run, you would feel some frustration that his teammates weren't giving him the support. Nice move there. Here's Scarrett. Newman finds himself in an advanced position, gets it out wide to Rose. Rose into the box, almost found Scarrett, but LSA player able to poke it away, and now cleared by Osorio. Villatoro taking his time with the ball. And actually, we're going to have a stoppage. It's Ricardo Martinez for Georgia Revolution, who's down. Didn't see what happened. But he's back up on his feet now. About 15 minutes left to go in this half. It started with Georgia Revolution looking like they were going to be a dangerous team. LSA slowly built themselves up with some confidence and built some control into this game, and they've been the team with the better spell of possession, but the scoreline stays equal. Neither side with real good opportunities to take a lead before halftime, and we'll have another stoppage here as it's Carlos Riano who took a knock there. I believe he might have got a hit to the face, but he's good to continue. Revolution back on the ball. Kittleman. Ball forward picked out by LSA. It's Villa Gomez and was trying to throw off the Revolution players, make it seem like he was going to go the other way, and then a miss hit gives it right back to Revolution. Here's Martinez for Revolution. Out to Jermaine Hugh, the goal scorer. Finds Scarrett. Back to Hugh. Hugh slips it through to Salcedo. The flag comes up for offside. Sorry, that was actually Rose. He was sneaking in behind the back line of LSA, but just ventured into an offside position. Briano. Osorio. Contreras. A dangerous pass there. Luckily for him, Alejandro was quick to it, cleared it out. Here's Ricardo Martinez. Hugh wanted to give it back to him. Martinez had stopped the run. And now the long switch out of the pressure, looking for Ventura. It's going to be too long. And that's pretty much sums up the last 10 minutes or so. A pretty back and forth game. Neither side really able to create danger in the final third. Possession kind of going back and forth. Here's Ricardo Martinez. Settles for the free kick as he was pressured from behind. This time Kittleman will leave it and will go forward. The last few, he was the one who sent the ball in. Now Martinez going to be the one to send it, it appears. Martinez puts the ball in. It's headed by Elaine. Oh, and the flag comes up for offside, so it wouldn't have counted. But Kittleman there on the back post should have finished that one away either way. We'll look at it again. I'm not sure if it was Elaine or if it was Kittleman, the one that was called for offside. We'll see here. Yeah, he had just ventured into an offside position, it appears. So even if he had put that one in, it would not have counted. But that was a good opportunity for Georgia Revolution right before halftime. Here's Jermaine Hugh looking for Scarrett. Back to Martinez. Mejia quickly on it. Martinez not losing the ball easily. Out to Kittleman, who's now playing on the left side. Kittleman wins the free kick. It was conceded by Aguirre, number 30. As he was going down, a bit of a kick out on Kittleman. Nothing too aggressive or violent. Referee right there on top of it, talking to the two players. No cards shown. And it's Ricardo Martinez who will be the one to take the free kick again. Last time they had a goal-scoring opportunity from this similar position. Finds Newman on the back post. I believe the LSA player got his head to it. Newman allows it to roll out for a corner. And this is where Revolution can cause some danger. They have the size advantage in this match. From the corner. Hugh the one to take it, the left footer. We know the danger that he poses on set pieces. Let's see what he decides to do here. He decides to go for goal himself and forcing the punch over the bar. As we mentioned, the set pieces, that includes corner kicks. We've seen him score from those positions before, directly from the corner in previous seasons for other clubs. That one he tried it to go for the goal. Put it right on top of the keeper. Villatoro had to be strong to get his hand to it. Now the cross comes in from the far side. It's Elaine there on the far side. Another great save by Villatoro. Cleared out to Hugh. Here's Corona. Cross coming back in Revolution with plenty of players up there. Kittleman heads it on, but no one alert to it. It was just too far for them, and another great opportunity there for Georgia Revolution. They came alive on these set pieces in the last few times. Let's see it again. We were actually just coming out of the replay of the other one, so that's what that is there. And then here from the other corner, as the cross came to the far post, a great reaction save from Benjamin Villatoro, the goalkeeper of LSA Norcross Pro. Ball back into play, sent along by Norcross. Picked up in the midfield, trying to go directly to them. It's played right back to the midfielder, Mejia. A tug on the arm of Villagomez as he tried to run forward. Referee didn't call anything. Ball eventually founds the front line. No flags. Here's Riano. Gets it wide to Ortiz. LSA immediately to the attack on the other side, but the ball's too high. Mejia putting the pressure as I believe that's Salcedo, the one who actually cleared. Now playing in a deeper position. So a bit of a shape change for Revolution. It looks like Salcedo will move into the midfield. And it actually looks like Elaine Scarrett will be the one who's the highest up. Ball over there in the corner where we can't see it. Put back in by LSA. And Rose thought he won it back cleanly, but Aguirre went down and the referee calls the foul. 7 minutes to go in this first half. Still 1-1, 2 incredible goals, one from each team to get us to this point. It started in the 2nd minute of the game. This chance that was saved off the post and then eventually cleared into Jermaine Hugh. He brought it down and with his left foot placed that one in the top corner. Nothing that Villatoro could have done about that. Only a few minutes later, it only took 3 minutes for LSA to respond with another incredible goal from Daniel Ortiz. We'll look at that one before halftime, I'm sure. But first, we'll wait to see what LSA does with the ball here as they're playing out from the back once again. Osorio trying to get the ball forward. It's picked out by Hugh. Looks like Ricardo Martinez has moved into the front line with that shape change we talked about. Here's Kevin Mejia. Back to Enzo Osorio, the captain. Villatoro. Out to Alejandre. Contreras with space to turn. Back to Osorio. Contreras. Patient play from LSA Norcross. They eventually found Joel Martinez. And then want to throw in immediately. They'll play it back on the back line. Here's Alejandre. Finds Aguirre. Gets around Kittleman. Aguirre forward. Trying to play it in. It was Raymond Elaine there to pick that one out. Now Scarrett finds the long switch to Jermaine here. Here's a chance for Georgia Revolution immediately the other way. Into the box, it's for Martinez. Villatoro read it all the way through. Contreras turning into the midfield. Out to Riano. Miscommunication, giving it back to Georgia Revolution. Casey Newman's ball forward hits off the back of Ortiz. Eventually cleared by, I believe that was Elaine. And now LSA back on possession in their own half, where they've built out for most of this match. This time it's Villagomez. Alejandre to Contreras. Thought about the long switch to Riano on that far side, but didn't have his body positioned in the right way. Would have had to pull something off to get that one out. Instead, Villatoro will look for him, and it will go out for a Revolution throw. We'll come back. We were going to show you the goal for LSA Norcross Pro, but plays back underway. Now out for another Georgia Revolution throw. Let's see if we can take a look at this one before we continue. It was here, this shot from Ortiz, an incredible volley at the edge of the box. That was the one that brought it level. There's Salcedo in the corner, wins a throw in deep in the LSA half. He'll leave it for Corona to take. Can Georgia Revolution find something before the half? Corona's cross into the box. It's headed down. Mejia with pressure on his back by Hugh. Hugh reaching for the ball, just got enough of the player to commit a foul. Taken quickly. Out to Riano. Mejia found himself open in the middle. Trying to slip it through. He had Revolution players on both sides of him and ends up committing the foul on Casey Newman. Played quickly back in. Corona, who now finds himself into a midfield position. Jermaine Hugh gives it away, and it's a free kick here. I believe that's Villagomez. Just went through the back of Corona. That was actually Contreras, Kevin Contreras, the one who committed the foul. Kicked the ball away as well. Referee had a quick talk with him. No card so far in this half. We'll see as the game gets further on. We might see things start to get more heated. That might change. Jermaine Hugh puts it into the box. Kittleman heads it on, and Villatoro finds it into his hands with 2 minutes to go in the regular time. We might have a few minutes of stoppage time. There's been a few stoppages for some injuries. Ball punted to half field. It's won by Kittleman and then helped on by Scarrett back to Lauderdale. Lauderdale plays it into the midfield. Villagomez can't control, and Hughes the one who sends it here in behind. It's Matthew Rose. Trying to get around Ventura, but wins a throw in instead. Salcedo now playing it in behind, and Rose grabbing the shoulder of Alejandre. Nothing called on it, but it will go out for a goal kick. 1 minute to go of regular time. Closest to coming to taking the lead was that header from Raymond Elaine from the corner kick a few minutes ago for Georgia Revolution. LSA, despite their efforts in possession, and haven't really created any chances other than the goal. Now Ventura with a chance to turn and look for options forward. Gets it out to Aguirre. Ventura continuing his run. It comes off of him and into the path of Martinez, who was onside according to the ref. Cross comes in. It's cleared out by Corona. Only as far as Contreras. Gets it out to Mejia. Mejia trying to slip it through Corona. Ortiz with him. Back to Contreras. Contreras going himself to the corner. Wins a throw-in. As we hit the final seconds, we'll see if we get an indicator of how much added time there will be. I'm guessing it'll probably be about 2 minutes. Throw-in taken short. Riano in the corner, puts the cross in. Lauderdale able to grab that one, and that will actually bring us to halftime. So there will be no added time here. We'll go into the break level. 2 goals early on in the half, but neither side able to get an advantage going into the second half. 2 really nice goals, one from either side, and then a big midfield battle, possession battle, and still 45 minutes away to determine who can get the 3 points, or if the points will have to be shared. We'll be back to bring you that second half shortly. And welcome back here at Meadowcreek High School Stadium as we get ready for the second half of this UPSL Georgia Premier Division in the South Division, taking with Georgia Revolution taking on LSA Norcross Pro. A game that's level at the half, 1-1 going into the second half. 2 goals, 2 golazos, one by Jermaine Hugh from Georgia Revolution, and one by Daniel Ortiz for LSA Norcross Pro. We're underway. Georgia Revolution getting us started. They're moving the ball in the back line. LSA with much of the possession in that first half. Georgia Revolution showing some danger off of set pieces, but neither side able to break the deadlock. Oh, a mistake there by Contreras, giving the ball away. Early chance for Revolution, just as they had in the first half. It's Hugh again. A bouncing ball. Villatoro had to see that one all the way through. We'll try to see if any changes were made at halftime. It doesn't seem so far, but as the game goes on, if we identify any changes in the lineups of either side, we'll let you know. As of right now, oh, a mistake there. Hugh gives the ball away. It goes to Martinez in the front for LSA. He's tripped up by Newman as he was trying to break through. Referee didn't see it. Here's Martinez again. Kittleman pounces on it quickly and stops any danger from coming there, but kicks the ground as he tried to move that ball forward. It goes to the feet of Contreras. Looking for Aguirre in the front line. And some more grabbing by the players. Referee allowing the play to continue. He's been consistent with allowing some level of contact there. Here's Mejia, out to Riano. Back to Mejia, who's taking up a deep position, trying to see the field in front of him. Quickly to Contreras, and now the pass forward, trying to get it in between Salcedo and Hugh there. Salcedo reached out his leg and stopped it. Throw in from Riano. Contreras picks it out in the midfield, a 50-50 there. Casey Newman wins it back. Salcedo out to Hugh, and it slips under his feet. And out for an LSA throw. A lot of the same as we saw in the first half. Riano down the line looking for Martinez. Corona sends it down to the far side. Out of danger. Ventura picking it up. It's Villa Gomez there in the midfield. Back to Villatoro. Osorio. Found Ortiz and Riano helping out, going down the line. Eventually Corona having to put a tackle in to stop that one from going any further. Now Riano will get it back into play from the throw. Ortiz puts it into the box. Kittleman heads away. Elaine helps as well. Now Salcedo out wide to Corona. Keeps it in and sends it down the field. Elaine scared trying to pick it up, but Kevin Mejia wins it right back for LSA. Alejandre. Right in between his two midfielders and to a Georgia Revolution player. Osorio there to clean it up and get it back to their possession. Alejandre again. This time looking for Martinez. He's brought down by Kittleman. Referee, again, consistently allowing those types of pushes and trips, the very light ones. Either allowing it or not seeing it. Of course, it's a lot easier when you're up here in the press box to see those little contacts that are off the ball. Osorio to Alejandre. Villa Gomez. Looking for the long switch to Ventura. Trying to get past Scarrett. Scarrett wins it back and then uses some good footwork to get around the pressure, but then forced to play the ball out of bounds immediately after. So LSA continue to keep the ball high up the field. Ventura back to Mejia. Trying to get it back to Ventura. That was, I believe, Matthew Rose who stuck out a leg there to get it back to his team's possession. Here's Raymond Elaine. Elaine eventually sending it down to the wide area. It's Matthew Rose back to Alike Scarrett. Finds Ricardo Martinez in the midfield. Now Salcedo looking to switch the play. Corona finding his way forward. Forward to Hugh. Hugh flicking it into the space. Newman quick to grab onto it. But good reaction from the LSA midfield to win it right back. It was Villagomez. Heavy touch from Aguirre. It falls to his teammates' feet. And that ball again forward into a Georgia Revolution player. Here's Christian Corona. Comes off the side of his foot and out for a LSA Norcross Pro throw. Riano back to his captain Osorio. They'll build out from the back with Villatoro. Contreras. Reminder, LSA Norcross Pro looking for their first points of the season. They've got 2 losses in 2 matches. Oh, nice ball that slipped through here. Scarrett's going to get to it first, though. Martinez continuing the pressure, but Scarrett able to find Rose. Ventura tries to take it off of him, and Salcedo wins it right back. Comes back to Rose. Rose pass behind Elaine Scarrett. And the clearance from LSA back to Georgia Revolution. Alike Scarrett. Martin Salcedo. Switching out to Corona. Newman finds Ricardo Martinez. Out to Alike Scarrett. Puts the cross in first time with the left foot. It comes all the way to the far side. To Christian Corona from one outside back to the other. Jermaine Hugh back to Salcedo. Found Newman in an advanced position. Plays it to the feet of Scarrett. And he can't keep the shot down. It's out for a goal kick. The first real opportunity that was built out by Georgia Revolution in this game. Most of their chances have come from set pieces other than the goal. But this one was a well-worked play by the Georgia Revolution midfield. It was Casey Newman in the end who played it to the front, and then Elaine Scarrett there right in front of goal. Can't get it on target. A missed opportunity. Now LSA coming the other way. Ventura finding the ball with some space in front of him. Has options forward. Plays it to Martinez in space. Flag stays down. Martinez from a tight angle. Wasn't sure if that was on target, but Casey Lauderdale still having to be strong and getting down on his front post. Not allowing that one to slip through, and now Revolution. Salcedo. Finds Hugh. Back to Elaine. Looking back for Jermaine Hugh. He gives the ball away. And there, Martinez going to commit the foul against Jermaine Hugh. Actually, it's going to go against Hugh. So it'll be a free kick for LSA. Contreras plays it to Riano. Back to Contreras. Now Alejandre with many options in front of him. Trying to find the feet of Martinez. Newman and Elaine working together to win it back for Revolution. Here come the Revolution on the other side, but a heavy pass looking for Elaine Scarrett is dealt with by Alejandre. Out for a Georgia Revolution throw. Still got about 35 minutes to play, but after this one, they'll be back in action next week. LSA will be taking on Augusta Arsenal, who also sit near the bottom of the table. So that will be an important game for them, although they can find themselves leapfrogging over Augusta if they're able to pull off a win here. Georgia Revolution will host Red Top Soccer Club down in McDonough, Georgia. Who currently sits second with the most games played. Georgia Revolution with 3 games in hand, not including this one. So with this one, they'll have 2 games in hand. Here comes Riano. Forward to, I believe that was Ortiz, who caught in an offside position. Georgia Revolution did well to hold their line, their defensive line. And now we'll see the first substitute of the game. It's going to be Georgia Revolution to make it. It's going to be the end of the day for Matthew Rose. We'll try to confirm who the player coming on is in a second. Haven't seen his number yet. Confirm in a second once we're able to see his number on his jersey. Play continues in the meantime. Here's Kittleman. Going for the direct pass, looking for Scarrett. He flicks it on. It's the newly entered sub who's going to try to get to it. It was played back by Alejandro Villatoro. Decides to head it away. And now LSA playing through the pressure. They find Contreras with some space. Played out to Aguirre. Finds Contreras, who continued his run. Ball forward to Martinez. Kittleman strong to get in the way, and Elaine able to carry it out, but still under pressure. Plays it to Scarrett. Does not take a touch off of the LSA player, and Revolution will get the throw. It's number 7 who entered. We don't believe we have a number 7 on our roster that we were given. I believe the player who entered might be one of the 2 players we didn't get a number for. So we're going to go with Joel Musese as the newly entered player, a player who has played in the UPSL in previous seasons for other clubs. So we will, I believe it might be Musese. That's who we will go with for now. If anyone in the comments is able to correct us, that would be great. Scarrett brought down. Referee felt he went down too easily. As the tackle came in, you can see Scarrett, he just stopped his run and decided to allow the contact to be made. The contact wasn't really towards the player. We'll see it one more time here. Right here, as Scarrett took a heavy touch, you see the contact come in. He leans in towards the LSA player, expecting the contact, and then went down. So referee felt that it was not enough to bring him down, that he initiated the contact. Here's Riano coming the other way. He's pulled, but the flag comes up, so the ball was already out of bounds. Play will be stopped as Kevin Mejia, maybe a bit of cramp. We know these players, very young players, a lot of them still in high school, playing high school soccer, getting a lot of minutes in their legs, a lot of distance in their legs. And right here, Kevin Mejia unable to continue. So he will be replaced. It will be number 26 to replace him, Jared Orellana. And Scarrett called for the foul there, had his hands all over the back of Riano. It's Enzo Osorio, gets us back underway. Salcedo finds Musese on the far side. Musese driving into the box, plays it across. Osorio in the right place to win that one back, and now carries out, finds Riano with space. Looking for Martinez. In behind on the on-running Aguirre. Oh, and it was back to I believe that was Villagomez who took that shot. In the process, in the follow-up, just crashed into Thiago Kittleman. It was actually Aguirre, the one who took the shot. Now he's back on his feet. Well, good to see that he's okay. Not happy, but it definitely looked unintentional as Aguirre, with the momentum from the shot, looks like he ran directly into Kittleman. That's what I saw from up here. Not happy with Kittleman as he got up, though. Here is Kittleman. Forward to Mosese. All the way back to Elaine. Elaine breaking the lines, finding Hugh. He was unmarked, but he decided to flick on the header and ends up to the LSA Norcross player. Here's Ventura. A flick around the Georgia Revolution player, but Ricardo Martinez gets in the way. Now fouled. Georgia Revolution wanted to play quick. Referee stopping as there was a little bit of pushing and shoving after. And you see Ricardo Martinez, with his experience and his play style, was looking for that. As he was fouled, he stopped and gave a little bit of a kick to the LSA player. The referee will need to be on top of that. We said in the beginning of at the end of the second half, how there were no cards, but we don't expect it to continue that way, knowing the history of these teams and the play styles, as we just mentioned. Here's Elaine, finds Martinez, under pressure. Elaine, forward to Newman, can't control. One back by Riano, plays it off of the Revolution player to win the throw. One sub apiece so far for either side. Still have 6 substitutes available, both as we head into the final half hour. Still level here. Alike Scarrett out to Mosese. Mosese finds Jermaine Hugh. It's Aguirre fouled there right in front of the bench. That was a hard one. Still no cards. That foul was probably the most deserving of a card of all of them, so referee setting the bar. Hopefully we don't continue to see more fouls like that. Here's Corona. Looking for Elaine Scarrett, who had the best opportunity in this half so far early on. Contreras. And Corona continued the press forward and forced LSA to play it out to a throw-in. Here's Elaine. Cross into the box. It's Osorio who came to it, but a whistle goes. I believe the ball was already out of bounds on the near side touchline, so it will be a throw-in for LSA. Some fire trucks passing in the distance. We'll need something from somebody to bring some fire to this match. At the moment, stuck in a stalemate. Neither side really pushing to take the lead. It's been a bit of a back and forth game. Elaine now sending the ball forward. Alejandre will let it roll to Villatoro. And LSA probably the happier of the two teams with the draw, considering their current position, sitting at the bottom of the table, 0 points in 2 matches. They want to get points on the board, even if it is a draw. Georgia Revolution, on the other hand, the playoff runner-ups from last season, playing the team currently at the bottom of the table, will probably feel that they will be the favorite to take the 3 points today. But they've got to do more on the field to get it. Substitute getting ready for LSA. Won't come in this stoppage. Revolution already putting the ball back into play from that offside. Here's Alika Scarrett. Looking for Elaine Scarrett in the front. It's just a back and forth. Newman, originally with the bad pass, wins it back. Here's Musese. Musese going for goal. It's saved by Villatoro and cleared on the second attempt. Played out for a throw-in. We were going to bring in the replay, but the play put back in quickly. Oh, a mistake there, given away. A ball forward for LSA from the other side. It's Martinez, plays it across, and Lauderdale quickly off his line to get to that one. Good work from the goalkeeper of Georgia Revolution to stop that one. Thrown out here to Corona. Corona goes around Ortiz pretty easily. This game's starting to pick up. Here they come. Forward to Elaine Scarrett. Trying to cut inside. Osorio in a good place, but crashes into the Georgia Revolution player, and ball given away. Cleared out now. And now we will see the substitute for LSA. And while that substitute is being made, we'll take a look at that opportunity here for Musese. It's going to be Ortiz, the one replace the goal scorer. But here was that chance for Joel Musese. We believe it's him. A good save, and then the player who came in was number 38, Owen Maldonado. Who will take up the highest position. It looks like Joel Martinez will come to the near side wing. Foul there by Contreras on the back of Newman. Hugh puts it back into play. Here's Musese. Trying to go again. Musese at the edge of the box. The shot that time not on target. And now another substitute, again for LSA. It's going to be number 39 entering. That's Philip Robledo. He will replace number 21, Fernando Ventura. Goal kick played short by LSA. Here's Contreras in the midfield. Back to Osorio, who sends it down the field. Thiago Kittleman uncontested, heads it back into the distance. And here's Georgia Revolution with a chance. It's Musese! Goal! The substitute here in the second half, finally breaking the deadlock. 62 minutes since the last goal in this game. Bit of back and forth. It started with the missed clearance of LSA. Thiago Kittleman was able to head that ball uncontested back into the attacking area. Takes a bounce, a miscommunication, a mistouch from Contreras, and Scarrett plays it into the feet of Musese. And now Georgia Revolution lead again for the second time today. That will also see the end of the day for Jermaine Hugh, who will be replaced here. We'll see for who in just a second. We need to see the number to know who it is. LSA back under possession as we get ready from the kickoff. Looks like number 22 was the one who entered. It's going to be Carson Clayton. Just a little bit more energy in the midfield, perhaps, as Jermaine Hugh, with all of his experience, not the most youthful player on the field in his 40s. But you saw what he brought with that opening goal. But now Carson Clayton with a chance to help solidify the midfield and bring a little bit more energy as Georgia Revolution look to hold on to this lead and grab all 3 points. It was an incredible finish there by Musese off the post and in. 3 very high quality goals in this match. What can LSA pull out here to rescue some points? A great ball in here. It's Martinez. Or sorry, it is Martinez. And just can't find the space to go forward. Still not dealt with by Georgia Revolution. A heavy touch into the midfield. And Musese, once again, the goal scorer. You see the strength and power that he brings. LSA finding it difficult to deal with. That time the ball forward. Red and LSA finding their way up the field from a throw-in. Oh, actually, yeah, they will do a throw-in. I believe they were getting ready to set up for a free kick. No foul was called. It's Riano who gets it back into play. Here's Roblado, one of the newly entered players. Contreras looking for the long switch to Aguirre. He brings it down. That's actually Robledo there on the far side. It was Orellana, the other one, who was entered in. So apologies. Robledo is the one to take the throw. Looking for Aguirre. That's actually Maldonado, getting some players mixed up now with some of the substitutes coming in. We had 3 entered players for LSA. Robledo, who's playing in the right back position. Orellana in the midfield, and Maldonado playing up top. Those are the 3 newly entered players, getting them a little bit mixed up at the moment. So apologies for those watching at home. Ball forward. Won by Alejandre, and Osorio will come away with it. More substitutes getting ready for both teams at the halfway line. Here's the captain Osorio. Into the midfield for Villagomez. Oh, gives it right to Elaine Scarrett there. Chance here for Revolution to take advantage of this mistake. Here's Carson Clayton. Elaine Scarrett wins it back, goes towards the corner. Fortunately, we can't see exactly what's happening right there. Looks like it will be a corner kick or a throw-in. Apologies, and not much we can do. We're trying to see if we can adjust the camera, catch a little bit more of the field, but there's not really much we can do from the way this stadium was designed, unfortunately. But we will get the other substitutes, so we'll bring you those. 2 getting ready for Georgia Revolution, 1 for LSA. We'll start with LSA as it's a little bit easier. They have the number on their shorts. Anderson Aleman is the one to come in. We'll try to find the 2 players for Revolution. We know one is number 12, David Poku. The other, we will wait a minute. Martin Salcedo will be one of the players replaced for Revolution. The other will be Elaine Scarrett, who got the assist for what, as it stands, would be the winning goal. LSA will actually hold off on their substitute. So we will be back to bring you. We're going to see who the other entered player was in a second as well for Georgia Revolution. First, we will have to see this throw in. Ball comes in, it's headed on, and it's off the crossbar on the second attempt on the bicycle kick and cannot put it into the goal. Back-to-back opportunities there for Ricardo Martinez, nearly giving them a cushion. And now Aleman will come in for LSA, but let's look at that chance again. Incredible opportunity here. We'll see it. The cross came in, headed on the front post, off the crossbar there, and on the second attempt, the bicycle kick over the goal, off target. What an opportunity there. It looks like it was Alejandro, the one who was replaced for LSA. Unless there was a positional change. Unfortunately, we were watching the replay, didn't see who was replaced. Play continues. Here's Maldonado. Out to Aguirre. Still has some fuel in his legs. Clearance straight to Maldonado. He goes into number 8, one of the newly entered players. That's going to be Sean Carter. So now we confirm the players who entered. It was Sean Carter who replaced Salcedo. And Poku that replaced Elaine Scarrett. Here's one of the really newly entered players, Poku. Gets it back to Martinez. He gets the ball taken off of him. Puts the challenge in. And wins the throw-in. That was against Alejandro. So he stayed in the field, Alejandro. Now playing in a high position up the field. So I believe the player who was replaced was actually Aguirre. And it's not a surprising change, that one. We said it in the first half. Alejandro was the center back who was a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more creative. Osorio being the deeper lying one who helped connect the plays. Now Alejandro playing higher up the field, trying to use his abilities in a more advanced position. Here's Mochila, the head coach. And Aleman, the entered player, coming into center back. A giveaway there in the midfield. Forward to Martinez, a heavy touch. One back by Georgia Revolution. Lauderdale with a clearance straight to Maldonado in the midfield. Can't get the ball under control, and now Revolution will have a chance to come the other way. Here's Ricardo Martinez. Out to Clayton. Still Martinez. Fouled. Wins the free kick. Another substitute for LSA. This is their 5th substitute once it happens. It won't happen on this play. They've got 3 remaining. Both teams have 3 substitutes remaining as we head into the final 12 minutes of regular time. It will actually be a double substitute for LSA, so they'll use 2 of their remaining 3. Ball into the box. Nobody for LSA followed it. Villatoro had to come off his line and get to that one before Newman. Rolled out here to Osorio. Has Newman on his back. To Riano. Back to Osorio. Finds Villagomez in the midfield. A long switch over here. And as we see, it was not Aguirre the one replaced. Apologies. Aguirre now playing on the left-hand side. I believe it was Martinez the one who was actually replaced. Either that or it looks like a lot of changes, actually. One of the midfielders. Here's Musese, the game winner at the moment. He gets around Osorio, going one-on-one with Aleman. Plays it across, right there to Poku. What a save there from Villatoro, keeping LSA alive. That should have been the 3-1, but Villatoro across his line. Great reaction save there. Musese strong to get around. Found Poku. And now a ball into the Georgia Revolution box picked up by Lauderdale. What an opportunity there for Georgia Revolution. It started here with that ball from Clayton. Getting it in behind Musese 1v1 around Osorio. And then a great ball across the goal. Villatoro quickly across his line. Incredible save. As we get out, here's once again Georgia Revolution coming to the attack. LSA deal with it. Comes into the midfield. Trying to play it in behind. It's too short. Corona reads it all the way. Sends it down the other way. This game is wide open. Nobody in the midfield right now for LSA. Tired legs all around. But they win it back. It's Villagomez. Gives it away. Maldonado trying to stop the attack. Fouls Carter. He's going to pick up the first card of the game. Owen Maldonado with the hard challenge there on Sean Carter. Still 2 substitutes waiting for LSA. They'll come in now. We'll see who they are. It's going to be 36 and 37. That's going to see Edwin Smith replacing Aguirre now. And the other one will be, looks like for Riano was the other one that was replaced here. It's Colin Sicharan, the other one who entered. And now LSA with only 1 substitute remaining. Revolution still with 3, 9 minutes to go. Ball forward to Ricardo Martinez. Played across here to Corona. Can't keep it in play. It's going to be an LSA throw. It's Sicharan to take it. To Villagomez in the midfield. Back to Aleman. Back to Villatoro. LSA going back to what they were doing in the first half, moving the ball around the back line, not forcing it. But they need to find something here if they want to get something out of this game because they're running out of time. Here's Carter in the midfield. Looking for Clayton in the front line. Sicharan read it all the way and gets it back to Villatoro. Aleman. Here's Osorio. Plays it in front of Villagomez. Sicharan. Pressure from Georgia Revolution forcing them back. Osorio gets it across to Aleman. Now with plenty of space to carry the ball forward. LSA now sending numbers forward, trying to find the gaps but not trying to lose the possession. This time they find the player through. It's Alejandre there on the far side, trying to go by himself. Got around Alike Scarrett for a second, but Alike Scarrett, with his strength, not allowing him to get back onto the ball and out to safety for the goal kick. Kittleman for Revolution. Looking for Musese. Not able to control it. LSA back in possession. They'll need something here. They want to rescue something at this point. It's Aleman. Back to Villatoro. Sicharan. Under pressure from Clayton. Revolution trying to trap LSA in their own half. They find the long switch out to Roblando, but he can't get it under control. It's Mosese. Forward to Poku. Can he redeem himself from that last chance? Just plays it to the hands of Villatoro. Now Sicharan once again. Forward to Orellana. Villa Gomez. Shakes away Mosese. But Revolution will feel okay with the ball back here. They still have a lot of way to go. There's Edwin Smith playing it back forward, and Elaine gets his head to it. Similar to the goal, just playing it into that front line, but this time LSA deal with it. Roblando forward, and Kittleman reads it. With two players around him trying to get through, tripped up, wins the free kick. He'll take his time. Eric Diaz, the head coach of Georgia Revolution, on the verge of his second win this season in succession. It's been a few weeks in between, but the 3 points, which would put them into a playoff position at the end of this week, number 5, with fewer games than a lot of the other teams around them. Trying to get back where they were last season in that playoff final. Here's Smith, that was Maldonado, puts the cross in. A bit of a miscommunication between Lauderdale and Kittleman, but eventually cleared by Corona. Finds Ricardo Martinez, who plays it out wide to Mosese. He might think to go himself. He gets through one. Now allows Martinez, but the pass isn't a good one. Chance for LSA the other way. Mosese committing the foul. Here's Smith. Getting his head down. Thought about the long ball. Decides to go short instead. To Orellana. Aleman. Back to Villatoro. Osorio. Straight through. Over the back line, nobody making the run. Lauderdale will take his time to grab this one. Take a couple of seconds off the clock. Now he's got 8 seconds to get it back into play. He'll send it right back down the field the other way. Carson Clayton gets his head to it. Osorio back to Villatoro, and LSA will try once again. Ball to the middle of Maria Gomez. Mosese wins it back, and his shot is just wide of the post. Did it take a deflection? It doesn't look like it. It's going to be a goal kick. And again, that's where LSA, they've been patient in the back, trying to build out, but then those balls into the midfield, they've lost them on a few occasions. That's where Georgia Revolution has been able to create their chances, but not able to kill the game off just yet. Here comes Poku, flicking it into the box. Clayton thought about it, but then ended up not challenging. It was too far for him. Ball out to Maldonado, slips up with it, but still under possession. Now plays into Clayton, and Clayton gets around Sicharan. He'll take his time. Wants to take it to the corner, holding on to the 1-goal lead. Can't see what's happening there. We'll have to wait, see what comes out from it. Looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Revolution. They're taking their time to take it. Goes short to Martinez. A nice view of the stadium right there in that corner. Will be another throw in, and looks like a substitute will now come in. It's going to be a change for Georgia Revolution. Trying to see who will be the one to exit. Don't see any players making their way off the field. Now we do. It's Martinez. Not sure the one who's coming in. We'll have to wait to see if we can find his jersey number. Ball back into the corner where we can't see it. Nobody there for the short one. It looks like it's actually going to be a corner kick based on the way the teams are set up. It comes in to the back post. It's helped on its way by Orellana and out for a corner. Still trying to get confirmation on the player that came in. It's number 18. We don't have an 18 on the roster, so we'll go with the other player that we didn't have a number for, Tashome. So I believe that's the one who came in for Revolution, Tashome. Robel Tashome. Cross coming in into the hands of Villatoro. Here's a chance for LSA. Now that we're into added time, Orellana coming out with it, finds Smith, back to Sicharan. They're playing back in the back line. Don't know how much added time there will be at this point, but they've got to get into an attacking position. It's almost the end of the game. A trip up there by Kittleman will give LSA a chance now to get numbers into the box and send a ball in. This may be their last opportunity. We're already a minute and 20 seconds into this added time. Wasn't a lot of stoppages. There were a lot of substitutes, but maybe only 3 minutes. That would be my guess. Osorio to take it, puts it to the edge of the box. Orellana puts it back in. Smith. A heavy touch there by Alejandre. Comes off of Corona for an LSA throw. They still have a chance here. Sicharan to take. Looking for his options. Going to go short. Mosese there to win it back. Gets it forward to Poku. Finds Tishon there on the far side. Will take it out wide. Has only one option in the box. Puts the cross in anyway. Wins it right back. Puts it across to Villatoro's hands. Now into the 3rd minute of added time. LSA with not that much urgency to get forward. It's only a 2 versus 4 in the front. Kittleman wins it, and now Revolution back on the ball. They'll just close this game out. Here's Corona trying to find his way forward. Villagomez wins it back in the midfield with a nice spin to get away from the pressure. Doesn't have a lot of options in front of him, and that's why he's got to go back to the back line once again. Osorio back to Villagomez. If LSA can get something out of this game, it's going to require something special because they haven't been putting a lot of pressure on the back line of Revolution. Forward won by Scarrett. Tishon helps it on its way, and there's Sean Carter. Out to Clayton. And there will be the final whistle. LSA just ran out of steam. They held on for a good portion of the game, but the goal from Joel Musese, the second half substitute, wins it for Georgia Revolution for their 2nd win in a row. And they will go back home to Old Warhawk Stadium next weekend to try to build on this. They move into a playoff position with 3 games played, plenty of time left to go in the season, but a good result for Georgia Revolution. LSA Norcross Pro, headed by Mochila Josue Galdames, still yet to find their points this season. They've got a lot of work to do, plenty of games to go. Let's see what they can do next. Thank you for joining us here on the CMR Broadcasting YouTube. I've been Christopher Oranga bringing you this match, and we hope you have a great night. We will leave you with some of the scenes on the field.